everybody, it's me, Moonset here, back with another video, and today we are going to do another, buffing and nerfing a character, right? My Hero Ultra Rumble. I haven't done one of these in a while, and mostly that's because the first three were kind of bad. I kind of went back, I'm like, wow, I'm bad at, balancing. Especially the Ochako one. I'm like, yeah, I did not cook with that. But anyways, what we're going to do is going to try and, balance Kaina. Yes, that is literally Lady Nagant's name. Her name is Kaina. Kaina. Don't know why her name is like that. Again, it is probably it's Japanese name, so duh. So both of her names are hard for me to say. Anyways, let's get into the first thing I would change, and that is, of course, her special action. And of course, her special action is, of course, Snipe Shot. We're going to be nerfing the damage like they did this season. So, yeah. So, we'll be nerfing her damage from 300 to 200. Yes. But also, I want you to see this. So, the current one is 300 damage. But because of her strike passive, it's actually 315 damage. That does mean the 200 damage that I'm giving to Kaina is actually 210 damage, but I think that's, again, way more balanced than doing 300 damage a shot. She literally insta-kills every rapid... No weapon. Anyone that's 250 HP without any shield. Yeah. Right now, she insta-kills everyone that doesn't have shield that is 250 HP. Yeah. And actually, with her combo, what? She can do 110 damage with her beta, and then a whopping 300 damage with her special action that has the 5% boost on it. So she does around 425 damage with two abilities. She almost one-shots two... Well, okay, she doesn't one-shot, but she does almost TOD 250 HP characters. Almost. Because to TOD a 250 HP character, you need to do around 500 damage. And of course, tuning and that stuff exists, right? So, by technicality, your bait can be doing a lot more damage. But yeah, I personally would nerf her damage down to 200. I have no idea why they thought that 350 to 300 damage is a okay thing for the game. I really don't know. Like, I get that it's a headshot, but like at the same time, it's still 350 damage. That literally insta-kills like most of the roster. Like, who has 400 HP? Tech All for One, fucking shit. Assault Kirishima, Assault Kendo, Ibara. And I think that's it. I'm probably missing someone that I'm kind of forgetting right now. That definitely is happening. But yeah, like, there's not that many 400 HP characters in the game. And she can, like, one-shot everyone that isn't a 400 HP character. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's the first thing. I personally usually do the special action changes for the last one, but really, this is the biggest thing that needs to change about my speech impediment is killing me with her name. Both of them. Kaina. Jesus. Yeah, but Kaina. Right? This would be like the maximum thing that she needs to be balanced. It's not really HP, because yes, HP can balance her, but I do think her having 300 HP was fine. It's just that she was so overtuned that, yeah, they just had to nerf her like they did with Monoma. She's just so overtuned. Again, at launch, she used to do 350 damage on launch. On launch, she can do that. Now, she can only one-shot 300 HP characters and below. But she could before, like, one-shot anyone that wasn't... Oh my god, I just realized. Not only could she one-shot everyone that wasn't 400 HP, but that's not even counting her strike passive. So she was doing even more damage. Oh my goodness, they really just, and then she also had like the movement bug that she still has to this day, or at least until now, and all that. So I do think that, like, yeah, but I do think they're going to buff her HP, and we'll go to that right now. Her HP stats. So her HP values, her current HP right now is 250, and I'm going to buff it up to 300. Mostly because there are other nerfs that are going to be coming that I do think will just balance her for 300 HP. Again, I feel like they're doing a Monoma right now that currently she has 250 HP, but that's because of her bugs and how overtuned she is. And then whenever she's more balanced and more in line with the rest of the cast, they give her back with 300 HP. That's how I'm seeing it, because like anytime they give a character that is not a rapid character 250 HP or 275 in the case of Strike Hawks, they always give it back. Monoma got nerfed to 250 HP, but then they gave it back. But then they gave him his 300 HP back for some reason. I don't know why. And they buffed Strike Hawks up to 275, even though, from 275 to 300, even though he has more mobility than his rapid counterpart that has 250. Explain that to me. But yeah, I think that it's going to do that with Kaina. So yeah. Do I think it, like, a lot of people say she has too much mobility for a sniper. So I guess you could like argue, since she has a lot of mobility for a sniper, she shouldn't have like more than 250 HP, right? But then we have technical Denki that is literally just Nagant but does a little bit less damage. Like, Denki is literally just the exact same, but he actually has auto tracking on his snipe shot. Right? At least you actually have to aim with the guns. But yeah. But there is gonna be another nerf to a special action. I kind of just forgot about this specific nerf because I forgot about it. We'll go to her nerf to the second nerf to a special action right now. The second nerf to a special action is her reload speed. Currently, it's only a 12-second reload speed. We are nerfing that by 50%, and it's going to be an 18-second reload. I have no idea why it's so fast. Why is having a headshot that does what? Like, with mine, it's going to do 210 damage because of her strike passive, but it has 18 seconds. Why is current Kaina? Why is the current Kaina 12 seconds long for doing 315 damage a headshot? Especially since if you use beta, it's pretty much a free shot. Because the beta staggers the opponent, so you can easily like do beta into special action really easily. So I don't know why it's so low. I was kind of like thinking about 20 seconds long, but I think 18 seconds is pretty fair, mostly because there are all other abilities in the game that also do around 200 damage, and they have way quicker reload speeds. But I think 18 for a snipe shot that can travel very far and it's almost instantaneous and it's hit scan, yeah, I do think it should be a little on the longer side, right? If you wanted to, you could probably give it like a 24-second reload. I think that's the same as Assault's Young AFO's Gamma. I think its Gamma is like 24 seconds around level 1. So you could do that. I wouldn't be mad. But yeah, I'm only increasing it by 50%. Because again, I am nerfing her pretty hard. Because again, her special action now is literally does like 33.33% less damage now. And now her special action reload speed is also 50% longer. Right? And this is the thing about nerfing characters like Kaina. How do you nerf a special action? Right? Because I'm pretty... now think about it. It should probably be longer. No, no, I think I'm gonna change the special action to 24 to 30 seconds. Yeah, mostly because of tuning. Like tuning is such a thing in this game because like it just makes everything so hard to balance. Like for example, Kaina's alpha. If you literally just put most of your what's it called? If she has a costume of course, right? Because tuning depends on the skin and costume, blah blah, right? But if you have a costume that lets you put multiple alpha increases, you can do immense damage. Like, oh my goodness, tuning really kills this game. Like, I'm not saying tuning is a horrible idea, but tuning I think makes too much of a difference that it is just not good or healthy for the game. But it's been here for like a year, so I'm like, yeah. So I just don't think tuning is fun and tuning is cool in concept, but then you have stuff like fucking Space Hop that is like has no cooldown and gives loads of characters way more mobility than they were designed to have. Right? And also it fucks over new players because you need a POR skin to even have good tunings. Right? Like you can have tunings on like normal skins, right? But they don't last that long or they're like really low level that it doesn't even matter. Right? Like it's just it actually does kind of fuck up the game. But yeah, I think around 24 to 30 seconds now would be a pretty good nerf to her special action. Because remember that her special action air walk that really should be called air jump because it's a double jump. She's not walking on air. I feel like I should have just called it air jump. I know the quirk itself is called air walk, but like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't walk on the air. She jumps off of it. So, like, it's not an air walk. Anyways, that would still be able to do it because that's a passive. Right? So, like, to be honest, you could make a special action take 2 minutes to come back. But she can still air jump. I'm pretty sure she can still double jump even without her special action. I'll probably have to test that, but I'm pretty sure she does. So, yeah, that would be it. That would be it for the special action changes. So yeah, I think this is a really, really, really good nerf to a special action. It pretty much makes a special action pretty level. And before you say, well, she still does 210 damage headshot, that's only to one person. Shall we talk about, I don't know, Rapid Deku that literally with quintuple does 200 damage in an area? Yeah. Like, he does 200 damage in an AoE. I think she could do 210 damage a headshot. And actually, she's only doing 200 damage. The 10 extra damage is just from her strike passive. You know, but like, that's the exact same thing with Rapid Deck. If you have a strike on your team, he now does 210 damage. That's just how these things work. But let's now go to the one I'm dreading the most, because this is going to be extremely small. Let's go to the beta. And we're going to do the beta damage. Yep. I'm pretty much level 9 is just going to be 3 damage less than what it is now. Right now, with the strike passive, it does around, if I'm not mistaken, 110 damage. Now, with her strike passive, it does around 101 damage, right? So it still does pretty good damage, right? It still does 100 damage. But there's still 10 damage less with most combos. And yeah, like, this is the thing that a lot of people might say. She's a strike character, she's supposed to do a lot of damage. And you know what? I agree with you. But, remember, she's also an extremely... And I'm going to say this, an extremely good combo character. She is just a combo character. You can combo anything into her beta. You can combo anything with her alpha, right? Like, you can literally do 4 alphas into a gamma, 4 alphas into a special action, 4 alphas... actually, that's pretty much it, because 4 alphas into a... Actually, I think you can do 4 alphas into a beta, but it won't do the max amount of damage that it does, right? You could do beta into a snipe shot. You can do beta into gamma. You can do beta into 2 alphas. That also means that I'm pretty sure that also means that you can do a beta into an alpha into a special action and a beta into alpha into a gamma. Right? She has a lot of combos that she can do. She also has her air melee. In combos with that, she has her ground melee and her air melee can go into and combo with her ground melee. So like she's just a really good combo character. Right? So while she is a strike, she can't have too much damage because she's a combo character. Right? It's not like it's not like Strike Deku that isn't a combo character, so he can have immense damage, right? Each alpha does around 100 damage at base. His beta does, what, like 120 damage, right? I think it actually does more, but like I'm just gonna say 120 damage, and his like stones do like 80? Like he does a lot of good damage. It's literally just the fact that he can't really combo into most of his things. I think he can do beta into gamma? Or is it gamma into beta? God damn. Yeah, I don't know because again, I'm doing this unscripted and I'm just talking into the mic. Right. But yeah, I pretty much made it so that from levels 1 to level 7, you just get 1 damage every level. And then at level 8, you don't get anything because I didn't want to give you 33 damage because I did the math and that barely changes the damage. So I just made it so that in level 8 you don't get a damage boost, but then level 9 you do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the beta. So yeah, let's go into the gamma. And let me warn you now, people are going to hate me. Like, if you're a Nagant main and you just don't want to get nerfed, you're going to hate me for what I'm going to do with the gamma. But don't worry, it doesn't do anything with her, like, movement or how that works. I think her movement should stay. It's fine. A lot of people say she has more movement than a lot of characters. But then there's characters like Aizawa, Monoma, and, like there's characters like that also do immense damage, have immense combo potential, and in Monoma's case has like fucking infinite cooldowns. Like again, he has 3 sets of cooldowns. He has his base kit, then he can swap in between his base kit and the stolen quirks 3 times before going on cooldown penalty. That is a 10-second cooldown penalty. What the fuck were they thinking with Monoma's cooldown penalty? Anyways, let's go to the first nerf of the gamma. So the gamma damage. I am only going to do the level 9 damage, but think about it like it's pretty much. I'll explain for fucking. So the ground level 9 damage is 160 damage currently, and the air level 9 damage is 80 damage. But I'm going to be taking 20 damage from the ground level. That means in every level of her gamma, it will be minus 20 damage on every single level. The same thing with her air level, her air gamma, it will be minus 10 for every level. Mostly because of the fact that I feel like a character having a close range ability that's also her movement option, doing so much damage for being a sniper makes no sense. I said it's fine for her to have movement, and I do agree. But, like, why does she do so much damage up close? It's like it's Tech Denki all over again. That before Tech Denki's buff, he could only shoot you with one of his shotgun blasts that didn't do that much damage, right? But then whenever they buffed him, he could hit you with all 3. And that literally made it so that he does like, 120 damage? Like, with every shot? Like, what the fuck were they thinking, right? And this is the same thing. If she's using her grounded gamma, she's 160 damage. For a shotgun that, insta-knocks you down. You know how good that is? It insta-knocks you down. And it does 160 damage. And this is the thing. This damage right now is not being counted with her strike passive. I did the math with mine, and the 140 damage would actually be 147 damage, and the 70 damage would be 73.5, right? And before anyone says anything, they're all decimals in the game, so it's fine. Okay? So yeah, it's like 73.5. That means that the damage of her current gamma does even more than 160 and 80 damage. And she has 2 of them, so that means if she can catch a wake up with her gamma, she can do what? Oh my goodness. Can she do 420 damage? I just realized she could do 320. 320, right? Because 2, yeah, 320. Oh my goodness, I was about to say. 1, I'm not good with math, okay? Like, I've just never been good with math. I literally need a calculator to damage numbers and that stuff, so I've never been good with math. So sorry. I actually thought she literally did 420 damage. I really thought that with only 2 gammas, imagine. Even though she does do that, actually, if you think about it. Like, think about it for a second. 1 beta into gamma does what? 110 damage plus 160? So that's already, 270 damage? So, like, if you catch the wake up, you kind of just kill almost everyone in the game, actually, not think about it. Because, yeah, 1 beta and 1 gamma literally just, like, deletes God. And, like, what? Deletes God and deletes 20 HP? So yeah, she's kind of overtuned, I'm not gonna lie. Just a tiny bit. Right? But this one would be better. That means 2 grounded gammas would do around 280 damage, so not that bad. Just don't wake up on her. And her air gamma is gonna do less damage, but to be honest, I don't think it should be doing 80 damage plus the 5%, for how good the movement is. Because, to be honest, the gamma by itself isn't the best movement. It's because she has the double jump, so she goes a tiny bit farther than where she should go. So that's why. Because she can use air walk, right? So I'm just going to call it air jump, or double jump because it's easier. She double jumps once, does gamma, double jumps again, does gamma, and then she can double jump again. And then if she holds onto a wall, she can double jump again. And then again and again, right? Because there's no cooldown on the double jump. Then in my opinion, there should not be. I know a lot of people want movement to be nerfed, but it's not that bad, in my opinion. It's really her damage that fucks with everyone, not really her movement. Because because a lot of people oh, well, she can keep up or outpace, she could keep up with most rapids. Yeah. Most new characters can keep up with most rapids. And let's all be honest, she's not outspacing any rapid that is top tier. AKA, let's see, Rapid All Might can easily catch up to her because his betas are fucking broken. Ochako can easily catch up with her alphas, and her alphas also recharge in the air for some fuck-off reason. Plus, she has float to allow her to go even further, so that's nice. Floppy can also keep up with her, so that's also nice. Theoretically speaking, Rapid Toga can keep up with her if she uses her special action on her, but that's really with anyone, so you don't really count that, right? So, touche. Ida could easily keep up with her too. And in my opinion, at least, because his alpha's actually taken far in. Again, his gamma just gives him so much of a speed boost that it's not even funny. Rapid Deku could easily keep up. Jesus, I can't speak today. Keep up with her, especially if he's in Gear 5 and just uses his gamma to just lock on to her. So yeah, most rapids can keep up with her, and then some other characters have more movement, but no one really cares. Like Monoma. Monoma can fly across the map 2 fucking times if he has the right quirks. And no one talks about that no more because he's quote-unquote balanced because he doesn't do that much damage, even though he can do crazy combos, and also he still has the most movement in the game. Right? He literally has the most movement in the game and has 300 HP. And funny enough, right now, she has good movement and good damage, but she has like less HP than some of the like characters I just said. Oh, like Rapid Deku, Rapid Ochaka, and Rapid All Might all have more HP than her. That's kind of funny to think about. But yeah, I'm going on a rant. I'm sorry. I'm just saying I don't think her like movement needs to be touched. Besides the glitches, the glitches have to be patched out because I think that's also why a lot of people think her movement is broken. Because the glitches give us so much more movement that it's not even funny. I do think they should patch out the glitches, but besides the glitches, I don't think they should touch her special action, right? Special action. I don't think they should touch her movement that much, right? Okay, and this is I'm pretty sure the final North of Nagant, Lady Nagant. Yes, I've been trying to stop saying that, but it's because no one calls her Kaina. That's the thing. No one calls her Kaina, so I always think of Lady Nagant. But like knowing how how the internet is, they're going to think I'm saying the other word. I'm like, I'm not. But anyways, let's go to Kaina's last North, if I'm not mistaken. And the last thing I'm touching is her reload speed. Her reload will be plus 1 second on all levels. So her current cooldown for her Gamma, individually of course, is 4.5 seconds, right, at level 9. And now it will be 5.5 seconds. Again, for how much damage it does and how much mobility it does give her, I do think it should have a little bit more of a, cooldown on it. Even though most mobilities actually don't have that much cooldown on them, funny enough. Like, look at Assault Chaco. Oh, beta barely has, like now it does have a pretty okay cooldown, but before it was like 4 seconds long. And she could reload it when she was still in the air. She didn't even have to like touch the ground. It's like, what the fuck? Anyways, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I would also probably put plus 1 second on the reload penalty as well, or plus 2, whichever you want to do. But you don't have to do the reload penalty. I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. But yeah, that's like the final one I'm doing. Again, this is the thing. I'm being pretty conservative with how I'm doing Kaina right now because I don't want her to be horrendous. Right? That's also why I gave her back her 300 HP in this concept because I do think this would make her extremely weak, at least with most people's view. And we'll probably take her out of like the top 2 and probably put her like still really high S tier, but like not the best S tier anymore, right? But I can't speak today. But she would still be really high because again, she still does really good damage and she still has combos, right? But now she would have a around 24 to 30 second special action reload penalty, aka anytime that she shoots. That kind of fuck her up, but it's not that bad. Just put on fucking the other one. Tech all for one for all tuning, right? I mean all for one, Jesus. Tech all for one's tuning. God damn, I can't speak today. But yeah, just put on Tech all for one's tuning or I don't know. Sorry, I've been like here for like an hour. My brain is frying. But yeah, her Gamma does less damage. Her Beta does less damage. Her Gamma has a 1 second reload, plus 1 second on every single level. That is very important. A lot of people would actually think that 1 second isn't a lot. It really is. It stacks up over time, right? Because that means if you use 10 betas, that's 10 seconds more than it would be currently. So, hey, But anyways, that is the concept for Kaina. So I hope all of you enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see all of you ponies on the next one. Peace out.